Hi everybody, this is Julissa. Thank you guys so much for coming back to my channel. As you guys can see, I'm here at my studio. It's a beautiful Saturday morning here in Connecticut. It's very cold outside, blue skies, sunshine is out. I think it's beautiful. But I was thinking, I mean, today is the 23rd of January, which sounds a little crazy because the year it's gonna go 1 2 3 like quick. But anyways, I feel like it's almost gonna be a year since I started speaking about this pandemic. And guys, I know I said in previous videos that I was gonna kind of like move away from talking about the news and things like that, politics and the election and things like that, but I can't. I feel like I need to continue because there's a lot of stuff that is happening that is chilling to see. So this is what I'm gonna talk to you guys about today. I was reading last night actually about the Dominican Republic, and as you guys know, that's where I'm from, and the restrictions that they're doing there for to deal with this pandemic. I never seen anything like that where they're telling you by 5 p.m. you have to be home, and if you're outside you're gonna be arrested. So here's the thing, if you're not paying attention to everything that's happening right now, guys, once again, this is not something that is gonna happen. It's happening right now, and it's happening in a lot of countries. Norway, Canada, the UK is doing strict lockdowns. I never seen anything like that when the government is telling you that you have to be home by a certain time, that you cannot be working. I don't know, speaking about my country, I don't know how many businesses will be able to survive when they're telling you only pharmacies can stay open past 5 o'clock. That to me is scary because they're using this. And I'm not trying to diminish the effect that the virus has on people, but once again I go back to something that is 100%, maybe 90% survival. It has a survival rate of like 99%, and the virus lasts only 10 days. Yet they're using this, you know, so it as an excuse to take it to the extreme. And I feel, guys, to be honest, this is just a way that governments are uniting themselves to put restrictions on society and trying to control us. I have never seen anything like this before, and I'm sure you haven't either. You have to be aware of what's happening. Just because it's not outside of your window doesn't mean it's not coming to you yet. To see these restrictions that are so extreme, that obviously the mask and the social distances are not working, yet they still want to use that, and they want to use it to the extreme that even in the UK they're saying you have to wear your mask inside the home. It's not. We've been wearing masks for almost a year. It hasn't worked because if it wouldn't work, the cases would not be up so high. You know what I mean? And what is going on? This is going to be what they use for everything, just a way to control society. And we need to pay attention to what's happening. It's really scary to see that. I'm reading right now, like I was going to read you guys something that's happening in Hong Kong. They say Hong Kong declares the first lockdown amid mounting cases. They're saying in a district of nearly 10,000 residents, they're locking down the entire city with to get everybody to be tested within 48 hours. Are you kidding me? Where is the freedom of life? Like every government now is becoming like a tyrant. They're gonna come to your house and knock on your door and say, hey, you gotta come out, we gotta test you. Are you serious? Like, it's just getting to be that, it's going to the extreme, and I feel like not a lot of people are talking about it. They're blaming it on the pandemic, on the virus, but it's not. It is not. It's the same thing what they did with the phones. They make it to us like we need it. Like we need to post a photo where we are every day. If you go on Facebook and you're at a nice restaurant, you know, last year or the year before, where you were able to go and sit at a nice restaurant, they make it like you need it. You needed to show people where you are. You needed to post a photo of what you're eating so people can like it. They make it appealing to you. So that's that's what's happening with the vaccine. They're making it like this is the solution, even though the UK right now is holding off from administering the second dosage. Are you serious? Like, it's just, I mean, today's January 23rd, 2021, and it's just getting, like, I feel like I'm repeating myself because this is not going anywhere. And that is what I'm coming from. It's not going anywhere, and it probably it's getting worse because the people behind this whole pandemic, guys, they haven't reached what they wanted to. They haven't reached their goal. The reason why this was put out in the first place, to have control over society. Okay? For Hong Kong to say they're going to test everybody in that city within 48 hours, how about the people that don't have symptoms and don't want to get tested? So let me continue to read to you. So they're saying the lockdown affects 10,000 people living in the Jordan neighborhood of Kowloon. Authorities said they plan to test everyone in the designated zone within 48 hours, and the residents will not be able to leave unless they can show a negative test. Are you kidding me, people? You're gonna be a prisoner of your own home for something that can last for 10 days, that have a survival rate of 99%. Are you serious right now? This is being allowed? And that's what I'm saying. Okay, Hong Kong is far away, we don't live there, it doesn't affect me. Don't think like that. Don't think this government don't sit and talk to each other. They do. I am extremely shocked to see the government of the Dominican Republic doing this extreme lockdown. Okay? Because you will think these people, they communicate with each other. They have an agenda. They have a plan. And if they see Hong Kong doing that, they're like, wait, it's working. They can track the residents. Why don't we do it here too? You know? It's a way to control society. You're not going to be able to leave your house unless you show a test of 48. Or a negative test. So if that's only the test, what's going to happen with the vaccine? Are they going to say you won't be able to leave your house unless you had the vaccine? I mean, I've seen videos up and down from my country coming of people being arrested because some guy was being arrested. He was found on the street. He's like, I just came from visiting family. And they put him in jail because he violated the curfew. This is happening in the world right now. This is laughable because it's so crazy. How do we get to this point in our lives? It's just a matter of time. I mean, we have a new government in place. I feel like it's just a matter of time when it comes here to the U.S. So they are not able to leave until they show a negative test. Okay? It's just the Netherlands has imposed a nighttime curfew that will go in effect this Saturday, so today. So it will be between 9 p.m. and 4:30. What a way to control society, guys. Why don't they put curfews on, like the street, the gang corrupt the neighborhoods? That people go, like, you order food, like, let's say if it's in a bad neighborhood, but that's the only thing that you can afford and you live there, you order food and they rob the person delivering the food. What is the police then? What is the curfew then? When you know you have a crime area and a higher rate, when people cannot even leave their house, they're sitting at home and the bullet comes through the window because the crime is so high. Why isn't the government attacking those issues? But they're going to attack a virus that lasts 10 days? Why? Because everybody's believing it. Everybody is following along. Every other country is following along. They're putting these lockdowns and people are following along. Obviously, nobody wants to get arrested, right? We want to follow the law. We don't want to do that. But I feel like what happened with this whole thing is that we took it so quick before doing research. We believed it so fast. The fact that nurses and doctors are saying that they're being forced to put in the death certificate that people are dying from COVID, even though they're not dying from that, because they want to keep the numbers up to scare people. It's a scare tactic. And nobody's talking about this. Okay? We're going to be, like, if we don't, you know, I'm not saying everybody's, obviously, but if you're not awakened yet to what's happening, that's a problem. And hopefully you don't wake up when it's too late, when they're telling you when to eat, when to get up, when to do that. Are you kidding me? These people are going to be tested. They are not allowed to leave their house until they get a negative. So every country's going to be like that now. They're just going to treat their residents like that. It's a way to control society. That's all what it is. And as you guys know, you're supposed to take the second vaccine shot within a time frame, and now the UK is holding the second dosage. So you're telling people to go and get this vaccine, right? You're telling people go and get the vaccine, and people freaked out, so they finally get it, and now you're telling them they can't get the second one? What is, like, what a mess. You know what I mean? It's just sad that we got to this point. Something is not being told to us, and if you don't seek your answer, if you don't seek for it, you will never find it. And sometimes things are right there in our sight. You know, it's just common sense, guys. It doesn't take too much to, like, figure things out, because you don't go to a doctor for something that's bothering you, and they put you in this medication. You take it for 2 weeks, and within 2 weeks you're feeling worse. You don't keep taking the same medication, you know, hoping for something better. You go back to that doctor and say, hey, this is not working, can you give me something else? The mask, we've been wearing the mask for what, almost a year, and the cases are higher. We've been social distancing for almost a year. The cases are going higher. So why are we still wearing masks? Are they really reporting the right information? Or they're just using that to use scare tactics for us? This is why so many people end up right here on YouTube, like when you do like freak out because they're not wearing a mask and things like that. They're taking people off planes because their child doesn't wear a mask. A child is not used to something like that. And they're saying to the parents, you gotta get off this flight because your 2-year-old is gonna be, are you serious? What is that? Unless they have like scabies that's so contagious but it's visible, but what is this 2-year-old gonna infect somebody with? Because obviously if every adult in that plane is wearing a mask, it should be fine, right? It's zero tolerance when it comes to this mask. There is a zero tolerance. You don't wear it, you get a fine, you get a yell. I mean, and this thing is not working. So that's where we are right now. I just feel, I was looking at footage from other countries and seeing things that are happening, and I feel like this is just a government control issue. It's a way to keep track in society with the excuse of keeping them healthy. They're going to use it as a way of keeping track of everything that you do. I mean, to have a government say you're not allowed to leave your house until you have a negative test, even though you can get go to the platform in your city and get thrown into the tracks, or you can just walk into a bad neighborhood where you live and get shot. But because you don't have a negative COVID test, you're not allowed to leave your home. That's what they're concerned about. I don't know anymore what to say, guys. Thank you guys for watching this video. Please share with your friends and family. I feel like nobody's talking about it because it's so quick to believe. You know, they give you a bullet point presentation about what the virus is and this like that, and that's it. You know, I know people that had it, and thank God, you know, the 10 days passed and they're fine, they're back to normal. Of course, it's more so everybody who reacts differently to things. There are people who die from the flu, right? There are people who get the flu every year, on point, and they're good. They know it's coming. They know it happens to them. And then there's people that haven't, then they just die. That's how life is. It's different. But life is full of risk. That doesn't mean that you're gonna stay home and do nothing, right? You gotta take a chance and keep living and moving forward. But these people are being told that they're not even allowed to leave until they show a negative test result for something that can last 10 days. So what's really happening here? Has anybody think about that? So anyways, guys, thank you again for watching. I hope everybody has a great weekend. God bless.